Really gratifying win for our team. Played so many close games and come up short. And I think the score ended up 8, but that was a close game, fellas. We got up 7 with 5 minutes to go, and we tried to rally the troops. The next thing I know was 2. So, but our guys battled back, made some really good plays down the stretch, and hopefully this will give us some confidence moving forward.
Jamie Bennett.
Coach, first off, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
It just seemed that you guys needed this one, not just to win, but to win one of these gritty, tooth and nail, ugly ball type games, just to kind of build the confidence and to prove to everyone, that you guys can win these games and to learn how to win these games. Do you kind of agree with that?
100%. I think Coach Shaw has been saying, like, hey, we need to win a close one, and I think we're going to play Utah. He's like, hey, it'd be great it'd almost be better if we won by 2 and then 20, or instead of 20. I said, bite your tongue. I like those 20-point wins. But that was what it was tonight. We got down. We were down at half, which only happened. That's the only second time that's happened, but it was close. And I thought we didn't close out the half well. Then it was going back and forth, and it helped Bamba hitting the big 3 to start the half to put us up 1 was good. There's just a lot of plays, individual guys I thought really played within themselves, and we played like a team.
It got late, and as you said, it got down to 2, and then it kind of just seemed that someone had to make a play, and then Andre gets the O board, Mike hits a 3, Noah gets an O board, Mike finds Mo in the post. Were those kind of the plays you're looking for from some of these veterans, especially in the later minutes?
Absolutely. I think Noah's offensive board was huge. I can't remember what that shot was. Maybe off Andre's 3 that could have really separated us. But we just made a lot of plays, and then Mike made a couple really nice plays in the middle ball screen. Ty before that had been really good on penetrating, kicking out. 5 assists, probably career high. Or I think he tied his career high here, or since he's been here. So that was more important than his, not he's going 0 for 4 from 3. I was like, we got to take care of the ball, give ourselves a chance, and we only turned it over 6 times tonight.
Defense, 57 points. Rebounding, 39-30. Taking care of the ball, 6 turnovers.
Yeah,
Kyle Smith win right there?
Yeah, that was. I hate that you call it ugly ball, but it is what it is. It is what it is. No, we're coming on. We're getting better. And I told our team we have a flashcard system now for FA and Muhammad that we're going to just a big green flashcard when it's under 5 seconds on the shot clock, because that's the only time they're allowed to shoot 3s. So I want Coug Nation to know that's been implemented.
And then Andre, 3 of the last 5 now in double figures. He hit some big 3s after, I think you called it a subpar game a little bit against Stanford. Comes up with the 3s, another big offensive rebound. It seems the growth in the maturation in his game, not just from shooting 3s, but he attacks the rim and he finishes at the rim, and that's just something we didn't really see from Andre last year.
No, it was just amazing that he played so many minutes as a freshman, and I knew that would pay dividends down the road. As far as his maturation process, that even though he's overmatched at times, or the program's still maturing. So you got to get those minutes. He works so hard. He has such a great attitude, and I would say that Stanford game it was so out of character of him that he didn't miss his first 3 shots, but he's not a guy that just hangs his head and doesn't guard. He still guards. He still competes, and he was poor defensively against him. So it was really nice to see. That's good for him, that he could have a bad game and bounce back. I'd say what's like 4 out of the last 6, I think he's been pretty good. I can't really count the Colorado game. He was in his room for 5 days and, in quarantine. So, but he bounced back for Utah. Stanford was out of character, and hopefully he just keeps growing and keeps getting better.
You got shorthanded, obviously, in the front court in this one, and 13-0 boards. I guess just kind of what was the game plan going in at the counter of their size underneath?
You know what? We were just trying to survive, to be honest. As far as I was worried about the foul situation. Well, we used 9 out of 10. That's all we had. I didn't know what the next step was. It was going to be Noah playing center, and I don't know how we were going to get a stop or get a rebound. But proud of our guys. They really hung in there, and Mo was great. FA had a really good first half. And it was good to see him because he was a little wasn't himself, I thought, against Stanford either. So he blocked a couple shots. It's good to see him get back to that. And then Muhammad, I thought, was just really good. It's 23 minutes, but we got in foul trouble.
you mentioned that, or Jamie mentioned defending, rebounding, taking care of the ball type of game. Did that ever come up during the game that you're like, this is kind of right in our wheelhouse? This is our type of game?
We chant it before we hit the court every game, so it's part of our deal. And Coach Shaw's bums me out because he'll point out in the locker room and say, "Hey, you can shoot 30 and 20 and still win if you only turn over 6 times." I'm like, gosh, we're in the 30s and 20s again. But he's right. He's 100% right. We take care of the ball. It limits transition. We took better shots. Our shot selection was much better. It stood out when we took a bad one today, and I think I kind of referenced the two that aren't quite ready to start sticking those threes, but they will.
In that final minute where you started to kind of separate from him, what do you think that you guys had in that moment that maybe Cal didn't?
I don't know. The zone was good for us, and it's been rough this year. We haven't been confident in it, and we've been giving up a lot of points, and we kind of out of necessity had to go zone and play zone, and we were able to rebound out of it and kept competing, did a good job. And I thought, and I don't think the casual fan will notice at all, but Jeff and Ryan really, even though they played limited minutes, Ryan gave us a good boost just being able to play zone, chew some clock. He hadn't played in a long time. And Jefferson did good, and that's like just saying, hey, hang in there, man. That's how you gain confidence with the staff, that we know we can put you in situations, and you don't have to prove to us that you can score or whatever. You will. And TJ, too. TJ played well, but he's not as good in zone, and he'll get better there. But just having a great attitude, and sometimes that's how games fall.
Just kind of.
Are you a Bengals fan?
Yeah, I had to represent.
Where's your cigar? Are you ready for Burrow? When is that game? Is that
It's
today?
happening right now.
Oh,
so don't tell me what happened.
All right.
But,
You're happy. If you're gonna blow it, blow it for that.
we lose every playoff game.
Yeah, no.
On Muhammad, just in the last 2 games, kind of how much growth and maturity has he showed you?
A lot of last 3 really. He's been really good. He was good at Utah, and then a little bit is. And we got to get him where we want to play both those guys together at the 4. I think it gives a chance to be really good. He's not as comfortable offensively at the 4, but we have some packages in there where we can play bully ball. But when he's at center, he's good, and FA's good, and hopefully we get Deshaun back. But if there's one that's gonna, and FA can play the 4 too, but. It's just a different way of playing for us. Then it gets really ugly. It gets really grimy on the glass and just getting in the paint and doing that stuff. So I just, like I said, he'd been coming in practice for Muhammad, and I didn't know when you can see him getting confident in practice, and usually there's a little lag time. So it's nice to see that he hit 2 big free throws, and there's 3 for 5. That's been an area that it's been hard for him, but he'll be a good foul shooter. Time.
Yeah, Coach, you kind of touched on it in your opening statement, but a game that's so close, so many ties, it's got to be nice to have your largest lead be at the end there.
You don't know. You don't know. We've gone into halftime, whatever, it was 15 times with the lead, and I think John really depressed me. I think he said we've been up 6 in the second half of every game or something going into that, and I was like, don't tell me that. But that hurts me. And I told our guys, we had that 90-minute delay, and I don't know. And then when that thing started going south in Stanford, I watched the film. I was like, goodness. Because, guys watch games. You're like, oh, we called timeout here. And I'm like, no, we didn't. I was like, should have used every timeout I had and not worried about it, and should have probably tried zone against them. We were shorthanded, so we found out the day of. And, I thought we did a good job adjusting today, and our guys are really dialed in, and we played well.
And you talked about the lineup a little bit. Is Noah coming off the bench, just the guys you want to have out there at the start?
You know what? A little bit, but Noah's been, we only practiced a handful of times. I just thought I have a tendency to not take Noah out, as I did today, like 27. If I don't start him, he does. And he does. He needs the conditioning. He was a little fatigued, and probably unfair to him as far as, everything. He was competing hard, rebounded, especially late there, and he missed. He had one practice from December 22nd till we played Utah, and then he got some in this week. So I think that's going to take time, but we'll look at what's best for the Oregon schools. But it's just nice to see our guys compete so well.
And then going back to kind of the end of the game, they scored those 5 quick points, and then that next bucket was Michael Flowers hits that 3 to stretch it a little bit. I guess how big was that one?
Huge, because he missed one earlier, I think, maybe the couple possessions before that. It gets where it, was like, doggone it. He was wide open. I think it was maybe someone's offensive rebound. I remember just wide open. He missed it, and then he didn't let himself miss 2. And I was happy for him. He's got that. He's a pretty willful guy. He believes in himself, and we're feeding off that. We need him to really be that guy coming down the stretch.